Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Xeno, the personification of a cry for help, and we are here with 3 Days to Live. Now, this is the newest visual novel made by Keith Ballard, also known as Born Keith or Mayor Hyena, as you may well know him. And this is yet another submission into a game jam done by Keith. This one is for the 2025 Novembuck game jam, which we did play 2 visual novels from that game jam before. We played The Album of Ransom Wilkes and Nepenthes. And not only is this a return to Keith Ballard's writing, this is also the return of Fuad as the main artist for his visual novel. Fuad did the art for Since November, and also Red Means Recording returns from Since November as the main musician for this visual novel. But this visual novel also has the addition of Ka as the co-writer. Ka did help with programming and code for Since November, but since then upgraded to being a co-writer alongside Keith. So I'm really curious to see what type of writing prowess Ka has compared to Keith with his visual novel and how well they blend together. I know that Ka has No Way Home as a visual novel, but I haven't read that yet, and I don't know, I've been curious about it. I know that Chapter 3 just came out, so I should probably check that soon. Should I check No Way Home, y'all? Should I check it for this channel? What do y'all think? But anyway, I know nothing about this visual novel. The only thing I do know is that it basically takes place at a furry convention. So that's fun. Also, I want to give y'all an update on the channel schedule right now. I know I said that bi-weekly it'll be Dawn Chorus, and the other weeks will be different visual novels, like this one over here. But I'm sorry, I have to skip Dawn Chorus next week. Promises of Keeps update just came out, and I really want to read that. Listen, the struggle is fucking real, okay? Leave me alone. But anyway, let's get started on this, shall we? We've been talking for too much. Ooh, I love that the visual novel has the name of the OSTs on the side. What? Haha, yes, I sure do love a female breast. How about that game on Sunday, am I right? I've grown to hate having to make small talk with my coworkers. It just feels like so much work. Online, I could just be myself, whoever that is. I'm still not sure. But here, my job could depend on my ability to be whoever people want me to be. Underrated definition of emotional labor, that. Man, I just want to be a big, soft, gay cartoon animal. In fact, I am. At least it seems obvious enough to me. I'm not sure how no one notices. Instead, I need to spend my daily 9 to 5 wearing clothes and pretending to be invested in my gender, which I could honestly take or leave. I mean, I'm basically a dude and I like dudes. I don't really feel the need to call it anything more complicated than that. But straight people care about gender so much. Holy shit! Men don't cross their legs, they don't cry, they don't drink from straws. I think they put their jackets over mud puddles so that legs can cross them. Which really seems like putting them on a pedestal, but they also rate them on a number scale, which is dehumanizing. I feel like I have to devote so much energy to memorizing all these rules, contradictory and as they are, because everyone around me seems to obey them innately. When I stumble, I can feel my mask slipping. When I stumble, I can feel my mask slipping. It's like McCarthyism. They ask you how you like your steaks, and it's not a question, it's a test. You say that you like it when there's still some red left in the middle and the fragile shibboleth is maintained. That's my red stare. Sitting alone in my cubicle, I'm trying so hard not to stare at the clock right now. I'm so counterproductively focused on this task I audibly yelp a little when I have a surprise guest. Meeting in 10, bud. Uh-oh. No, don't give in. Stand up for yourself. I swallow, and I liked it. Actually, Frank, I'm going to be heading out early today. Why did I say that like it was a question? He's just staring at me now. Yeah, I got my time off request approved a few months ago. Stop asking statements. I've actually got my luggage right here. I have my rolling suitcase that's propped next to my desk. He doesn't look at it. Since I'm going straight to the airport from here in a bit. Does this man ever blink? I brought it in because I'm taking the bus to save on parking. Silence. So anyway, I guess y'all are glad to go on without me. Period. I forced a smile. Have a good weekend. There it is. Assertive. In the top voice. When he finally leaves, I deflate immediately. I need to get out of here. It's barely 5 o'clock and I'm already exhausted. By the time I get in, it'll already be dark out. I know most people start the con a day sooner, but can I really take an entire extra day off in this economy? My 3 days to live are going to be more like 2.5 tops. Security takes longer than I expected to, so I reach my gate without much time left to spare. Damn, I really would have liked to have a coffee and a sandwich before I packed myself into the late cram machine. Whatever, it's like a 2-hour flight, I'll be fine. Men make plans and God laughs. We arrive in Orlando on time, descend towards the runway, and then we fly back up into the air and leave. This can happen? The pilot explains that due to the Florida weather, no planes are clear for landing, so we're heading over to Tampa for fuel and directions. As soon as we land in Tampa, I can feel the plane heating up in the Florida sun, but they want us to remain seated even though we have no idea how long we're going to be here. Please, there's probably a motor with my name on it only 100 meters away. I require nourishment. I sigh and pull out my phone to take it off airplane mode. Pump those social medias directly into my ADHD-addled brain in this time of need. Oh hey, are you going to the con too? I startle a bit at this breach of seat neighbor decorum. We're mere moments into our stranding and society is already beginning to crumble. What? Yeah, I'm going to the... I pause for a moment too long. Am I really that afraid to say it in public? Furry convention. He lights up at this. Rad, dude! I thought I saw that Dramamine background. Outed by my damn phone. Woof. Now this neighbor knows exactly what I've been looking at in my most private moments. Not that I'm trying to look at your phone or anything. I mean, it just kind of jumped out at me, you know? Uh-oh, did I make a face? I made a face, didn't I? I force a smile, as if there's nothing that makes me happier than accidentally advertising that I've spent an inordinate amount of time imagining what it would feel like to have a heavy belly resting on my lower back. No problem. Man? Ask a normal question. Please ask a normal question. So, what are you? Species, I mean. Oh, give me a second. He unzips the backpack that he stowed under the seat in front of him and goes fishing. It seems to take a while to make sense of the mess in there, but eventually he freezes for a moment, the sign that he struck pay dirt. He whips out a plastic laminated badge of a brown mammal with a flattering physique and a prodigious bulge. Fossey is plastered across the bottom in bold, colorful lettering. Oh my god. I'm a fossa! So yes. Oh, that's cool! It's kind of like Odd-Tatsy, although in that context, the main character is suffering from brain damage, where he only perceives everyone as animals. But that's cool. So he is. A fossa? That's crazy. Only a furry would even know what a fossa is. I just find it easier to imagine people as their personas. They're way more memorable, of course, but it's who they chose to be. I guess it's also how I'm used to interacting with my friends. I'm so used to talking to a bottomless raccoon or a dragon made of stars that it's almost weirder when I have to engage with them as another normal human with skin issues who pay taxes. Furries aren't real, but they also definitely are. Does that make sense? Please say that makes sense, or agree to play along at least. Yeah, someone at the zoo once, and... well, I couldn't get him to look at me, but he was so cool. So, what about you? Oh, I'm Swift. Let me just... I grabbed my badge out of my backpack and showed it to him. Just got this last week. I thought it had gotten lost in the mail, actually. I chuckled nervously. What is that expression? He's probably thinking that my persona looks nothing like me. Yep, that's me, the pineapple with the fat ass. I feel like such an idiot. Oh my god! Please lower your voice. Look at him! He's so cute! Drawn in by all the ruckus, the old lady sitting next to him peeks over, clearly expecting to see baby or pet photos. She is not impressed by my body bussy. That is a line! I'm going to die in Tampa. I'm dragging my busted old luggage through a sea of strange figures in the bustling Orlando airport. I thought that I wanted some distance from that guy, but now that I'm back in public, I already missed that feeling of being pulled out of my shell. Here in a busy crowd, I withdraw back into myself out of habit, keeping quiet, trying to stay out of everyone's way, always feeling like I'm a bit too big for whatever space I'm taking up. Normally, I consider it a victory if I can get away without anyone looking directly at me. I fooled myself into thinking that I'll get a blast of fresh air as I breach the outer doors, but this is Florida. Instead, the humidity weighs me down like a used towel. What sick fuck would schedule the furry event to take place in Florida? In August? Anthrocon was last month too. No, don't go to Pittsburgh, they told me. We have a pool. When there isn't a thunderstorm anyway, which may happen several times a day. Wonderful state. Oh my god, shut up. You're already here. You're on vacation. Vacate. I sigh. Anything beats work. In Missouri. Trust me, you ain't never been to Missouri. The bus route to the hotel should take me about an hour if I don't fuck it up. More time spent waiting and sweating, weighted down by my backpack while I grip the handrail with one hand and my roller back with the other. At least now I did a stand-up. It's wild how much I value that after being stuck in the sky tube, on the ground, for too many hours today. The evening crowd waxes and wanes with the passage of each bus stop, and I start to notice the constants among them. It's even more obvious once we get off at the same stop in order to transfer buses. They're covered in dozens of tiny signifiers. A shirt with a toothy maw here, a rainbow bracelet there, and oh, actual furry stickers on luggage. How did I not spot those sooner? This guy's a lynx. That one's some kind of synth and... Huh. No, I'm not sure about them. I think their stuff is covered in their friends. God, I wish I was covered in my friends right now. A suspiciously large second suitcase. One guess what's in there. And does that bowling bag have ears? I catch myself smiling. I'm smiling at strangers. Can you blame me? We're a bunch of cartoon animals waiting for the bus. By the time we arrive at the hotel, I've already sewed through the back of my work shirt. Please let me shower and change. I need to be peeled. It's been a long day, but I tell myself it's almost over. The line for checking into the hotel is huge. It looks like there's only one person working at the counter. Capitalism, why are you like this? This is why you never make plans on a travel day. Even if the math seems to check out, there's going to be so much weighing every step of the way. I time travel via the doom scroll. Oh, let's see. Formerly known as an artist. A new study published today confirmed that everything is bad all the time forever. I agree with that. Ice cold takes and easy baits. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I just need to be put in a machine that pets me whenever somebody puts a quarter in. Honestly, real. Dearly departed from Metaplex. Anybody up in the club with a spare charger? LOL. Osgood. What is proper convention etiquette for taking photos of people? I keep seeing so many cute suits everywhere that I want to take pictures of, but it's not very feasible to ask everyone around me if I can take their photo every time. Welcome, sir. How can I help you? Oh no, did they force this poor woman to wear cat ears? Oh my god, I gave a poor woman, like, a weird butler accent. Hi there, we should have a room under I freeze. I just almost tried to check into a hotel by name-dropping a cartoon character. Holy shit. I don't know their name. I don't know either of their legal names. I just flew across the country to stay alone in a room with two people that I don't know the names of, and now I'm supposed to explain that to this normal human woman? Abort. Actually, I'm going to wait for someone. I flee, rollerback squeaking in tow. What a weird interaction. I just waited in line to report to her that I'll be sitting in the lobby? She probably thinks I'm a freak now. No, get over yourself. People goof up, and no one's ever actually paying that much attention. She has a whole conviction of customers to get through, many of which are literal figurative wolves. This isn't going to be recorded as a memory by anyone. Except me, who will remember it right when I'm about to fall asleep for the next month, bare minimum. I let myself fall into a padded chair by the windows, count my badge, and pull out my phone. I open Telegram and quickly scroll through dozens of hand-drawn profile pictures until I find Blake's. Hey, I'm down in the lobby. Made it. Can you guys come get me? I sent it, staring at my phone for a moment. The second little checkmark isn't popping up to show that the message was received. It's getting kind of late. I really hope that they're still awake, or I might be in trouble tonight. My attention is stolen when a fursuiter passes right by me. Those thighs are huge! It's an otter, I think. I marvel at how their entire silhouette has been transformed. The torso seems so long, with the legs starting far too low down the body. It's like if hair and pants could kill. How do they do that? I have no idea what the person inside would even look like. More are coming. I wasn't expecting to have the convention experience already over here in the hotel lobby. But I guess this is really the place that people watch as folks come and go from the elevator bay. That guy's jaw moves when he talks. Wait, a second character? As a puppet on your hand? How do you even think of something like that? Is that a robot with 4 legs? That belly is larger than I am. How do you travel with something like that? Is that the inflation furry they're talking about, or the vor furry? I don't know. No two costumes that I spot are alike. Someone made each of those. They must take, what, dozens of hours to complete? Each one for a unique character. People who are animals who are art. How can there be so many? I'm normally afraid of looking at people like this because who wants eye contact? Not me. But in a place like this, it feels like everyone is waiting to be seen. There's a strange sensation, like a great weight has been lifted from my shoulders. Are people always this vibrant deep down? Somehow still not ready for what I see next. There are 2 older men, both on their way to turn gray. I watch as they embrace each other. To my great surprise, they don't pull away. They just kind of stay like that, rocking slowly side to side in each other's arms. It feels scandalous how they're doing it right here in public, and yet they're clearly not worried about who might see. It's just like in the movies is my first stupid thought. God, is that really my frame of reference for gay people? I'm gay people, and yet I realize I've never seen anything like this before. I feel a pain. Right, there's a hole in here. I'm almost forgotten. I'm so wrapped up in this feeling that I don't notice at first that someone is holding a card out towards me. For you. My stranger danger is going full Spider-Man right now. For the room. Is this how hookups happen? Right in front of everyone? Upstairs. No, thanks. I'm good, man. His perplexed expression slowly dawns to realization, before he fishes a lanyard with a homemade con badge out of his pocket. He looks a bit embarrassed to be putting it on in front of the others. Oh! Oh, Osgood, dude, you about gave me a heart attack! Okay, so I can't give him, I need to give him, a nerdy voice, I guess. Sorry, I forgot you don't know what I look like. I mean, it's probably weird for me to know what you look like. Is it? Maybe? It's not like I keep an After Dark account. He's blushing like he's already seen my ween. Well, just to be safe, let's go ahead and make it weird. Come here, bud. I go in for a hug. He intercepts it with a stilted handshake, uncertain whether to remain committed to it or change course the hug trajectory once he realizes my intention. We compromise with an awkward handshake half-hug with back patting. It feels like something Fried Guys would immediately declare no homo after. Good God, he's like a little anxiety elemental. He seems eager to make it brief. Oh, Blake is already here too. Their phone died and they didn't bring a charger. Playing fast and loose with their lifeline there. I'm gonna run to Walmart and grab them one. The ones in the gift shop here are way too expensive. Wait, do you have a car here? No. So you're going to Uber? Wouldn't that be even more expensive? I figured I'd walk. To the nearest Walmart? Miles away? After dark in Florida? Well, we could go together. They can just borrow mine. You should spend your time here having fun, not running errands. We've only got 3 days here, you know? No, where's Blake at? I need someone to admonish. Over by the food court, but I don't think it's anything to get upset over. Don't worry, they love being bullied. Oh. I find the shameless wastrel making some food service workers laugh as they close up for the night. It only takes one glimpse for them to recognize me, before dropping down into what I can only describe as goblin mode to stare towards me for an obligatory green gesture. Swift, darling, precious child! Charger? Prophetic wisdom! Goody was about to get stabbed walking to Walmart for one. I expressly told him not to! Did you? I obliquely implied not to. Well, he's been relieved of duty. So how's Kansas? Missouri. Misery. Oh, you know, it's Missouri in there. Dreadful. Well, you know what they say in Missouri. Of course, I'm an expert, but for the rest of the class. I won't go back, you can't make me. Truly the state motto of all time. We won it in the state motto lotto. Oh, Swifty, you get me. Must be nice to get got. It's my favorite. It's crazy how quickly we fall back into the old rhythms of the dumb bullshit we normally see on Discord calls. You think that we'd met before or something. I'm feeling more like myself at this point. When I spend all day getting dulled, I forgot how quick I can be. Play, come home with me so I don't die alone sleeping under my desk at work. No, it's Missouri. Fair. Balanced. Food? It's almost midnight. Everything's closed except the Waffle House. But you like waffles. You go there for the waffles. I go to bare knuckle brawl with tweeters in the parking lot. We're not the same. But alas, my dance tour is full tonight. There's an after dark rave at the witching hour. I crave being seen with the minimum legal requirements of clothes on. Which hour is the witching hour again? 3 a.m. Depends on how orthodox you are about it. But in this case, midnight 30. Are you a bad enough dude to be my +1? It's already late. Bed calls to me. My flesh is weak. I'm over 30. Wait, no, fuck that. I only have 3 days to live. Rave me. Unrave me. I love the jump cut. It's so funny. I'm ready to go. How long do I have to stay before it's socially acceptable to bail? It's been over an hour already, right? My phone says it's been 3 minutes. Traitor. Come on, stick it out, have fun. Or at least don't have a panic attack. I'm adrift without my party anchor. Blake vanished the second we got here, like a gremlin child descended into a ball pit made of meat. Must be nice. Meanwhile, I'm here, ballless and pitless, taking up space. Not dancing, not mingling, I'm furniture. If only someone would sit on me. Alright, time's ticking, stop wasting the evening. I just gotta walk out into that crowd and move around, right? Bounce to the music, raise my arms up. I'm among the sea of bodies, waiting for the moment where I lose myself in the music. It never comes. Gloria Estefan said that the rhythm was gonna get me. Would she lie? Nothing about this feels natural. I remain hyper aware of all my limbs and exactly what each of them are doing. It feels like everyone has to be looking at me even though there's no way they can see. It's like I'm intruding in an ant colony. The one heterogeneous obstruction in a crowd that's moving with purpose. I'll try spinning. That's a cool trick. Ooh! Who put a support beam in the middle of the... Oh. Ooh, look at this hunk! Wow, that is a pillar of man. I am not used to looking up at someone like this. Sorry. I don't think he can hear me. I mean, he can't hear me. Damn, this man's hot. Strong arms encircle me. Oh boy, I think that there's been miscommunication, but I'm willing to see how this plays out. He turns me around to face the stage, and we rock back and forth together, butt to crotch. Fuck, I can feel his thick thighs framing my own as his massive paws grope and explore across my body. I could get used to this kind of attention. I guess it happened. For once, I'm not thinking about how I'm dancing. My world is noise and heat in incoherent shapes, bouncing in time, yet unstuck from it. I eventually turn to get a better look at him. He cuffs my ass and my face ends up smushed into his chest. He smells like a lumberjack, like musk, and the woods I'd like to get lost in. Heat and bass pump through him into me, and my heart beats, and are you blacking out? I'm being bridal carried into the bright light outside the auditorium. What happened? I feel like I lost the last minute or so. Back with us, darling. I feel his voice as much as I hear it, the deep rumble flowing through his chest and arms. You're strong. I'm still working on forming coherent thoughts, but can you blame me? A bemused expression crosses what little of his face I can see from down here. You got a condition or something? What? When's the last time you ate? Oh, I haven't. Let's get some food in you. He takes me out for dinner. It's past midnight, so everything that I'd normally have access to is closed, but turns out he's a local. Local enough to drive here anyway. I can't see Jack at this point, but I'm in some kind of pickup truck, and we're on our way to a piece of shit burger joint that says open around the clock. Turns out he meant Waffle House. You technically just abandon your friend at the club, right? The room temperature orange juice revitalizes me. I'm a person again. I look across the table at my rescuer. The amount of 2 a.m. food he orders don't want to put our poor waitress in a back brace. You feeling better, little guy? It feels weird being called that. So few guys are actually substantially bigger than me. But here he is, looming over me like a real-life werewolf. I'm thriving right now. Yeah, thanks for getting me out of there. I really should have eaten something first. Well, you're in luck. Wahoo ain't never steered me wrong before. I've never actually been. My aunt used to threaten me with Waffle House trips as punishment for acting up in public. She said I'd be so full of grits she had to roll me home. I'm sure it's fine, though. I should change the subject. So, Diesel, huh? Gagarin, don't it? Better than my government name, anyhow. Well, the only one who gets to decide who you are is you. Damn straight. I glance out into the light speckled abyss that is our booth side window. I still can't believe how late it is already. Just stick with me, son. You don't want to be wandering around alone in a place like this at night. Florida? I guess we are in the don't say gay state. Nah, Orlando. Crime is crazy in cities like this. I try not to come here any more than I have to. You, eat here often? Yeah. Waffle House and truck stops go together like a horse and carriage. Oh, you're a truck driver? Sure am. Responsible for some heavy loads, but it keeps the country running. It's hard work for real men. Well, I don't think a man is necessarily defined by what he does for a living. Unemployed, huh? Maybe he wants to meet the right man. No, terrible joke. I work in digital asset management. It's hard to explain. Kind of like making E621 style image boards for advertising firms to sort their 5 billion images and videos. Computer stuff then. Well, sorry about all them AI takeovers. Must be rough. Luckily, I'm paid less than the cost of a GPT license. Weak men create hard times. Ain't nobody coming for my job, though. Teamsters Local 385, I'm proud of it. Union man, huh? Damn straight, boyo. He beats on his chest like a great ape. AI can't touch any of this. I'm pretty sure they're designed self-driving trucks that would... No, shut up, don't say that out loud. Instead, I make a show of admiring his bicep. You're sure hard to replace, alright? So, where do you hang your hat when you're not out trucking? Gainesville, born and raised. Only a couple hours north of here. Yourself? Missouri, I'm afraid. Missouri, huh? Been meaning to get up north and check out the 12th state to pay my respects. That math doesn't check out if I remember correctly. History buff? Yep. Got me a tour list to scratch off so I can brag on my reenactment buddies. Reenact what? Oop, food's here. Object permanence destroyed. The waitress approaches from behind him with 2 trays stacked with very different amounts of food. She looked at him, furrows her brow, then looked at me. I am not getting cloth this hard right now, goddamn. I didn't come to Waffle House for this kind of judgment. Realizing too late that I can see her, she screws a big smile on her face, serves our food, and wishes us well. Goodness, there's enough grease on my plate to lubricate an aircraft. Bottom food this is not, but I need it in me. Time to dig in. Clearly he's of the same mind. The way he assaults that monstrosity of a burger is at once sensual and depraved. He's tender and gentle one moment, then ravenously biting in and sucking out the sauce the next. Am I envying a sandwich? After a profound belch and a pat at his round gut, he eyes my plate. You gonna finish that? I already regret ordering a regular combo. I guess my eyes were bigger than my stomach? Funny. I had never had that problem before. You don't say. Well, if you want to get to go, I got a fridge back in my room. Is he hinted at what I think he is? I blush as I pretend to be really focused on stirring the leftover ice in my cup. Damn, I can't be that forward. How do I covertly imply that I'm into this stud? So... I gulp. All that time spent at truck stops along the lonely road. You ever get to live out the fantasy? You've got to be turning heads among the down low boys. I can't see his eyes, and yet I can tell that he's rolling them. Real life ain't like furry porn, kid. No, right, I get that. But yes, I've got some regular customers at a couple of my favorite stalls. What? That came out too loud. Sorry. Just, God, what a mental image. You look like you'd have crumbled the divider with your bare hands, big guy. You got type? Quiet, for one. I meant like... I don't ask, they don't tell. They can go back to being good Christian boys for all I care. I ain't gay or nothing. I can't help but chuckle at that. You sure about that? You seem plenty handsy back at the dance. There's a pause that stretches longer than I like. I don't think you like that. Not my fault I'm such a catch in these parts. And I figure, fuck it, any hole's a goal. I'm whole. It's alright, handsome. We make ourselves right. You can call yourself whatever you want. I'm thinking I'm about to take you back to the room and call you all sorts of things, sweet thing. Oh my, There's no way to say no to that smile. I think I like that. I expected everyone to be in bed by now. I should be in bed by now. But I guess some furries just go that hard. There are still scattered groups chanting throughout the lobby, and there's a bit of a line at the elevator bay. The early morning congestion isn't helped by the dragon with the 20-foot tail, nor the pack of dude bros that are trying to wheel in an entire pallet of twisted tea. He's had an arm wrapped around me the whole time as we navigate the con space. It's making me feel claimed in a way that I'm just now realizing I might be really into. I barely notice when the boost cart rolls over my foot as we pass into the same elevator. It's a bit agonizing how every single person seems to be stopping on a different floor, but eventually it's thinned out until it's just us and one other couple. They're a skunk and a Dalmatian who are pooling in cute matching black and white crop jackets and skirts. The skunk is wearing a bulky fursuit head, but the Dalmatian has some kind of tight rubber mask. They're holding the leashes to each other's collars. I'm honestly not totally sure what I'm looking at here, but good for them. The doors open and they giggle at the newfound challenge as they drunkenly stumble out of the elevator. Diesel growls once they're out of earshot. What a fucking joke. Huh? Oh. I look up at him as I feel the elevator lurch further upward, but he doesn't return my gaze. What kind of reaction is that? Here of all places. There's something up with this guy. Something that I've had a lot of incentive to ignore. The elevator doors open for the final time. This is us. He grabs me by the wrist and begins to lead me towards the door. For the first time tonight, his back is turned to me, and that's when I see it. Oh! Oh no, 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 no. We're not doing this. We're not doing this, are we? We're really not. No. Oh dear. Oh fuck no. I tear my arm out of his grip as he crosses the threshold. No fucking way am I going anywhere with him. He turns to face me, clearly confused at first, but realization dawns upon his face as the doors close between us. I see what you are. Damn. Oh, that was a cool detail. The way he sees everyone as like their persona selves, but as soon as he sees like, you know, a darker side of them, or like a side of them that he never knew, the fantasy unravels, and he only sees the human self. You almost swallowed Confederate cum? The cold comfort of overpriced hotel food court breakfast does little to flush the taste of shame from my mouth. Full flag. Not even one of the subtle dog whistles. Jesus, how many people saw? Am I cancelled now? I hate to kick you way down, honey, but what are you doing rolling the dice on rednecks in the South? You gotta be safer than that. Ugh, I thought he was different. I mean, he's here, isn't he? I'm sorry you had to go through that. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. He doesn't deserve the energy. It's my fault for latching on to the first large man I've met and following him home. Oh, let's talk about me then. Big news, TM. You're pregnant? No, but I'm gonna keep trying. I hope you're at least being careful. We on prep in this house. There's only one bug in my rug. Oh, here we go. I'm telling you, EP bitch disease is real and I have it. I'm still going through it myself. It was just a few hours ago that I got back to our room and crashed hard. Head to toe with Osgood in one bed while Blake managed to somehow spread their rave-ravaged body across every square inch of the other one. Somebody's destroyed that twink. That must be so hard for you. 6-2-1. This early, bud? I need coffee, not cream. Not the, you know, from opening ceremony. Do people actually go to those? 6 hours of sleep, 2 meals, 1 shower. Minimum, every day. I'm on a liquid diet. High in protein. Your brains need carbs, guys. Come on, breakfast is on me. You top folk can have your valid carbs. Moi just to have a heaping bowl of Metamucil for breakfast. Top shaming? At breakfast? I thought you had class. No, sweetheart, I have ass, and boy did it get a workout last night. Glad you had fun at least. You end up pissing all alone, handsome? No rebound bow to hold your hair back while you throw up? Ugh, no, I just need some time alone after that guy. Aren't you used to losers like that back in Misery? Not in the city. They at least have the decency to keep to the hills with the water people. La Llorona! If only our cryptids were half that cool. All we've got is like the Ozark Howler and Momo? But that's probably just a darn variety Bigfoot. Speaking of feet, the big news, Tim, is that I'm double booked for a freaky foot party and a Hasman Hotel watch party tonight. Still can't decide which one deserves me. Watching cartoons actually sounds kinda nice for a room party. Oh, sweetheart. I don't want to know. I think that was Grinder? I heard that. I just realized the sound. Blake has that man gremlin smile that only hookup apps can conjure. Well, I think I'm gonna hit up Dealer's Den when they open. I hear they restocked that amethyst toy you had your eye on. Extra firm. Oh, is that like perfect graded model kits? You get a perfect grade if you can take it to the hills. Oh, that's not. No, not the cowards. God, every online drop has been sold out before I could get home from work. I guess the con floor is really the only way to get him. Go get you some! Fine. You guys want anything? Nothing down there. I've got everything I need right here. They show up an entire page worth of hookup apps speckled with the little blue notification bubbles. Let's see, what we got? Sniffies, Woo Plus, Grinder, Jats, Scout, Bigger City, Bumble, Surge, Archer, Romeo Hornet, He Say Growler, Boo, OkCupid, Scruff, Pure, F-Chat, Daddy Hunt, Niff, Duet, A Furry Radar, Wink. What the hell is a Sniffies? I'll tell you when you're older, Bubby. You're younger than me. Thanks for noticing. Now have a nice line boy. Have a nice sex? Natch. The dealer's den just opened, so it was absolutely packed with bodies in various states of over and underdress. On some level, this place is deeply silly. I recognize that. A grand bazaar filled with cartoon wolves with the occasional rainbow. Or jockstrap. Or rainbow jockstrap. But in a different room, this will all be seen as a political statement. Its existence would be cause for debate, and I'd be afraid to be caught browsing, lest I be implicated. Instead, all I see is dozens of talented artists showing us exactly what they're capable of, unbothered and uncontroversial. I'm struck by the realization that the usual feeling of shame isn't natural, it's inflicted. There's a small line poking out of a tent? Indoors? Mysterious. Of course I need to see what they're hiding in there. When I lift the flap, I'm really taken aback by what I see inside. It's the Sistine Chapel of wolf abs in there. From floor to ceiling, the interior is covered with paintings that have been printed on huge tapestries, lit only by a few flickering electronic candles. This would already be impressive art to scroll past on your phone, but presented like this? Each composition has a commanding presence. All around me are tenderly rendered canaans painted in heavy, coveted brushstrokes that are nonetheless flexible enough to depict sunlight shining through soft fur, sometimes with their asses out. They're beautiful. The comment slips out involuntarily. The artist, seated behind a folding table, smiles at me. I know I didn't say anything wrong, but the accidental moment of sincerity does knock me off balance, so I take their card and excuse myself from the room. Art by Creeps. I pocket it, vowing to decide later how much money I'm going to spend in there. Before long, I'm in yet another line that promises an even more mortifying interaction. One by one, the animals in front of me vanish behind a ceiling-to-floor black curtain that separates the tentatively all-ages dealer's den from the adult section. It does feel a bit weird to be lined up for what is essentially the 2D and 3D COT session in plain view. Everyone in this line knows why we're here. Honestly though, what am I going to do? Not look inside? Besides, I'm on a mission. Amethyst, my beloved, you will soon enter my luggage and utterly mortify me if I get pulled aside by TSA for additional screening. I finally reach the front of the line, when there's a volunteer waiting to scan our IDs. When I reach my wallet, however, it's gone! Oh my god, I left it in my bag in the room, didn't I? My pocket procedures compromise. Keys, phones, wallet, every day, every time I go out. But I'm on vacation, so I thought that I'd leave my keys in the room so that I don't lose them. The entire process has failed! Once again, I am quietly excusing myself from the proximity of hot wolves that I haven't even bought yet. I need to get back to my room before... Whatever happens when you don't have an ID all day, it's probably bad. There's a handkerchief tied around the doorknob. Is that pink? Magenta? Fuchsia? Do they expect me to keep a handy to reference chart on hand to decipher this? Whatever, it means the room is occupied at noon already. I'll just have to go somewhere else and exist without my ID. I return to the hotel lobby, wandering aimlessly. I can still go to the convention since my badge is on my lanyard, but I should probably wait for them to finish. After all, how many times could they possibly finish before they need to calm down to hydrate? Speaking of, at least I could kill time with a mocha. I think stupidly as I reach for my phantom wallet. Oh, well, this is limiting. Every year, dozens of lonely furries starve because the roomie is exceedingly popular with the boys. If you'd like to donate, call 1-800. Oh, who's this cutie? Okay, already see that we got some green flags. Okay, obviously gay. Free Palestine, of course. Hey, everybody! An opossum is making a spectacle of himself down the lobby. Judging by his hair and battle jacket, he appears to be some flavor of punk. Affectionate. Last call for the chalk protest. We still got room. What a weird sentence. Despite myself, I just have to ask. What kind of chalk are we protesting? He smiles at me. Damn, it's a good one. And he's fucking hot, too. Hey, dude. We rented a van so that we could shuttle our group down to the site of the Pulse nightclub shooting. Oh shit, that was here? Yep, just 15 minutes away from the con. What do you say, my guy? Are you down for a little criminal mischief? This seems a little sketchy. Aren't I here to experience the convention? You know what? Fuck it, I'm in. He lights right up. Right on, bro! I'm offered a huge hand to shake. I'm Hamber, by the way. I take it. Swift. Is everyone in the Telegram group? Don't want anyone getting lost. Hammer's sitting next to me on the seat bench in the middle of a crowded van. I'm wedged between him and a bright pink snow leopard in full suit that smells like some chemical approximation of cotton candy. It doesn't mix well with the surrounded must of spray due to cheap deodorant. To recap, the Pulse shooting is the deadliest violent act against queer people in American history. Hell, it was the biggest mass shooting we ever had at the time. I don't like the sound of "at the time." I'm answered in song. And I'm proud to be an American! Well, at least I know I'm free! Anyway, there were over 300 folks in the club at the time, celebrating Latino night. A guy walked in and opened fire, killing nearly 50 people and wounding even more. Jesus, I forgot it was that bad. It's the kind of thing that you don't want to remember. A fact that's tossed to the mind, so your brain doesn't want to hold on to it. For 8 years, there's been a rainbow on the crosswalk next to the memorial. But as you'd expect with the kind of year that 2025 has been, they suddenly went and painted over it. That seems like such an unnecessary thing to do. Right? So we're gonna go chalk it, redraw the rainbow, as many have already done before us, and more show up to do after. We're probably gonna get arrested. I don't want to get arrested. We're not gonna get arrested, dude. They arrested that guy for walking across the street with chalk on his shoes. They had to drop the charges. Still arrested. Worth it, though. Hammer pulls out his phone and looks over at me. Here, take a look at this. He rubs his arm around my shoulders while he fiddles with his phone. I am suddenly extremely aware of his warmth that gets me. Be normal brain, play it cool. Let me introduce you to Republican Congressman Randy Fine. He hits play on a video, revealing a crumpled-looking guy in a suit who is awkwardly filming himself in his car. I think there are appropriate places to memorialize people. I don't think the public street is the place to promote a woke agenda. Shut the fuck up. Wow, fuck that guy. He also filed HB 1421, which successfully banned trans-affirming healthcare for young people. He regularly called us groomers. And here's Governor Ron DeSantis. We will not allow our state roads to be commandeered for political purposes. What kind of person refers to memorializing shooting victims as political? Oh, right. So they didn't remove it because it was obstructing traffic laws or whatever. They removed it because it was gay. Stay classy, Florida. The clip ends with a quote from Brandon Wolf, one of the survivors of the attack. The cowards threatened by our lives should feel lucky they didn't have to bury the ones they love, then watch the state come and bury their memory. Damn. You know, just that shot of realism in this visual novel really does hit hard. I'm struck by how quaint the location is. Given the weighty controversy hanging over our central crosswalk, I had expected this to be an ordeal. I figured we'd be racing across 6 lanes of road, chalk in hand, to the rhythm of a watch signal, before being chased off by cacophonous horns like hyenas deposed by a pack of lions. I had at least expected a traffic light. No, the now infamous Pulse crosswalk is but a humble right turn into an unbusy 2-lane road. It's the kind of spot where some might cross the street without even looking up from their phones. It's across the street from a Wendy's. I'm happy to report that the memorial fence erected around the nightclub is a beauty to behold. There are dozens of colorful photos wrapped around a wavy fence that towers overhead. Someone's left fresh flowers today. The censored crosswalk, on the other hand, does give off a malicious energy that I can't quite place at first. Eventually, I realize it's because the dark rectangles along it aren't mere negative space on the asphalt, but pitch black. They didn't remove the rainbow from the road, they painted over it. This makes the act feel more petty, spiteful. 6 black stripes. A pride flag, redacted. Beside the road, they've posted several warnings. Defacing sidewalk prohibited. Defacing roadway prohibited. No impeding traffic. Okay, this is pretty funny. They've gone full Mall Cop 1984 over people drawn on the streets. The death of whimsy. I have half a mind to drag these signs in front of a kindergarten, imagine. Alright, everyone pick a color and let's get started! We've got a big tub patched with a rainbow of thick sticks of chalk. Truly, no expense was spared for this covert operation. I grabbed a red one, so I guess I'm working on the closest stripe. The snow leopard grabbed a purple chalk, so they'll be on the far end next to the... Is that Dunkin' Donuts? That has to be a surreal location to work at. Hammer seems to think a moment before he grabs an orange stick, the color that's right next to red on the pride flag. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but he did also sit next to me on the way here. Are these hints? Am I supposed to be taking a hint? You have to remember that my only frame of reference with men is from being manhandled by a racist behemoth. Taking stock of the area, I do have one concern. Well, 2, I should have worn sunscreen. But also, I'm squarely in the get hit by cars turn off the main road half of the crosswalk. I'm relieved when the guy who had been riding shotgun in the van positions himself to keep watch. I noticed that he walks with a cane, so I guess he was never particularly interested in getting on the ground today anyway. He lets us know whenever a car is coming, and we all just get out of the way, let it pass, then get back to work. After all, this isn't a picket line. We're not here to block random people from going wherever. Hammer takes an unexpected approach to conquering his void rectangle. He drew a little shape, then an outline around that, and an outline around that, creating expanded ripples that morph and amplify the form of the original. After seeing that, scribbling like I'm answering questions on a test feels somewhat inadequate, so I tend to draw on a bunch of little flowers. I'm actually kind of getting into it. Who knew a furry would enjoy drawing? Well, there's a lot of good furry artists out there, in case you didn't know. I made good progress for a while, but growing doubts simmered within me until they finally started to boil over. Isn't this all a little futile? How do you mean? Well, it's chalk. Even if no one does anything, it's all gonna wash away. I've only been in Florida for a day and it's already rained like 4 times. Sure, makes it all the more ridiculous that they arrest anyone for doing it. Protests are transient by nature, though. We express our displeasure, and we remind other people who care about this stuff that they aren't alone. I care more about that than I do about figuratively poking Trump in the eye. Oh no, he's hot. And it's like a ritual, right? What? You ever made a mandala? No. In Buddhism, they'll spend days creating this crazy intricate design out of colored sand. It's beautiful. But it's sand, right? So they do it all knowing that it's going to be destroyed. That's just part of it for them. They craft it for the blessing, and then strip it all away to remind themselves that all of this is temporary. He gestures around. I'm probably getting it wrong, but all that, it just feels human. I think for a moment. I guess it's like when you draw in the sand on the beach at low tide, and then later the waves wash it all away. Exactly. It's not about the chalk. It's about the energy that we put into the world. I looked down at my flowers, then threw them to the black paint beneath. What kind of energy are you putting into the world when you decide to paint over a memorial? Does it stain your soul black as well? This is a side of queer trauma. I can't heal it. I can't even grieve really, since I didn't know them. But I can pay my respects over the star. The group partially let a pickup truck out of the side street, but instead the driver, a chubby guy in a tie-dye shirt, hops up with a smile. Hey, you guys rock! Before long, he's giving soft hugs to anyone who will take them. Fresh chalk dust clinging to his already chaotic attire. You know I accepted. I went to donate blood the night that it happened. It was so fucked up, I had to do something, you know. Cool. I don't feel like I gave enough of a response. When I got there, the line was huge. People dropped everything to be there. We love to see it. That's what community is all about. Yeah, I think that's the takeaway. One guy was a monster, but people will try to do good if you let them. I heard that the hospitals refuse to bill anyone too. I couldn't donate blood though. They turned me away for being gay. Hammer sighs with his entire body in commiseration. You can't make this shit up. We say our farewells when somebody finally pulls up behind that guy's car and honks at us. Okay, so we've obstructed traffic a little bit at this point, but in a neighborly way? Once tie-dye guy moves on, we also allow the other cars to pass. Damn, the old man in the driver's seat has the deepest style I've ever seen. I'm glad that he keeps driving. He looks like the sort that has all the time in the world to make themselves a problem. We pass the time, chatting as we draw, stewing in the hot, damp air. I'm actually pretty far along by the time that... What do you think you're doing, son? I am standing in the shade of a police officer. Shit, we're really doing this. I play dumb. I'm drawing flowers, you want in? Boy, are you aware that defacing a traffic control device is a third-degree felony? They come in degrees? I'm just drawing flowers, dude. I know that I'm talking about to a cop, which would normally be an insane thing for me for all people to do, but I can't help but appeal to the absurdity of the situation. There's a fursuit drawn in chalk here for crying out loud, and he has the nerve to use the word felony? Maybe I'm bent on the wrong pig for a little self-awareness. He's making a face. I'm gonna have to ask you to move out of the roadway immediately. What, are we impeding traffic to the Dunkin' Don't? Hey, man, beautiful day we're having! Oh, thank God I was fucking up so bad. I don't even have my ID on me. What even happens when they arrest you without an ID? Do they just drop you off in another country and call it a day? The cop gestures to the signs. Y'all not know how to read? Oh, don't worry about that. We're just having ourselves a patriotic day trip. He walks past the cop onto the sidewalk, causing him to turn away from us. Do you know what intersectionality is? He doesn't wait for a response. It's basically the idea that we should focus on the struggles that we have in common, instead of wasting time on what makes us different. See those flowers? Hammer points to the memorial. We don't know who actually left those. Maybe they were gay, or maybe they just identified with the struggle. With both their backs turned to us, Hammer waves us away with his free hand. The others start to leave. That smooth bastard. You ever heard of LGSM back in the 80s? Right when I'm about to get the hell out of there, he glances back at me. He extends his pinky and thumb in the call me gesture, grinning like an idiot. Oh. Aww. Okay, so I believe this is over stuff for today, considering this is 50,000 words, and I know it's gonna be a two-parter. So, but I'll be getting back to this almost immediately. I do have to drive somewhere, and then once I come back, I'll immediately get back to this in my real-time reference. But anyway, this was really nice. I can't wait to finish this. But also, Hammer is really fucking cute. He is so attractive. Holy shit. But I love how it gives us, like, perspective. Like, it's really funny how Diesel and Hammer technically have, like, the same body type. So, obviously, the main character is attracted to people like that. But the different, like, opinions really does make or break a person. Like, the fact that he sees the Confederate flag, and merely the animal persona facade on Diesel immediately melts away, revealing his true face. That's really cool. I like that. Well, I can't wait to play I can't wait to play more of this when I get back. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for clicking on this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, and subscribe if you're really interested. I'll leave a link to the visual novel in the description below if you want to go play for yourself, as well as links to Keith's Blue Sky, as well as Todd's Blue Sky. And I'll be leaving links to my Blue Sky as well. And as always, I'll be leaving a link to the visual novel me and my dear friend Zid the Red Panda made for the February Game Jam called When You're Mine. Please do show your support to it, and if you do enjoy it, maybe consider rating it and commenting on it on itchio. We love reading those, it makes our day. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!